coming. Okay, we need a motion to open the public hearing to consider adoption of a local law to override 2% tax cap for the town of Massena 2026 budget.
Motion.
Pat, made a motion to
I'll
open.
second it.
Seconded by Adrian. And at this time, anybody would like to speak on that issue? If there are no comments, give a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll make the motion to close it.
We have to approve it first.
No, we
Approve it in the regular
we have
session.
that in our resolution, stat now, Laurel.
Yeah, okay.
So motion to close the hearing was by
I'll make-
Adrian
Yeah.
and by Christie, second. Okay. For an announcement, we have a proclamation. The Constitution of the United States of America, the guardian of our liberties, embodies the principles of limited government and the republic dedicated to rule by law. And whereas September 17th, 2025 marks the 238th anniversary of the framing of the Constitution of the United States of America by the Constitutional Convention, and whereas it is fitting and proper to accord official recognition to this magnificent document and its memorable anniversary and to the patriotic celebrations which will commemorate it. And whereas Public Law 915 guarantees the issuing of a proclamation each year by the President of the United States of America designating September 17th through 23rd as Constitution Week. So now therefore I, Susan Beller, by virtue of the authority vested in me as supervisor of the town of Massena, do hereby proclaim the week of September 17th through the 23rd as Constitution Week. Okay? Just hold on to that. Okay, going down to our standard agenda items, please. We need approval of the August 6th special board meeting minutes and also the meeting on August 20th.
Motion.
Pat made a motion.
I'll second.
Christie seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Authorizing the town council to approve Lisa Tile for board of assessment review. Her term is up at the end of this month, so it's like a reappointment.
I'll make the motion.
Adrian made a motion.
I'll second.
Seconded by Christie. All in favor?
Aye.
Now, authorize the town council to adopt a local law to override 2% tax cap for the town of Massena 2026 budget.
I'll make the motion.
Pat made the motion,
I'll second it.
seconded by Adrian, all in favor.
Aye.
Authorize the town of Massena to schedule a special meeting for September 24th at 2:30 to accept receipt of the tentative budget.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, Adrian makes the motion,
I'll second.
seconded by Christie, and all in favor.
Aye.
Authorize the town council to approve the proposed 2026 premium rate for the town of Massena Medicare Advantage renewal to $580. The current rate is $530. Motion, please.
Motion.
Pat, made the motion,
I'll second it.
seconded by Adrian, all in favor.
Aye.
Approve of the town council for Brenda Musa to attend the virtual OSC Government Accounting School for Introduction to Governmental Accounting on November 19th and 20th at a cost of $85.
I'll make them.
Christie made the motion,
Second.
seconded by Pat. All in favor?
Aye.
Approval from the town council for Taya Price to attend the virtual same accounting school for accounting principals. But it's going to be on October 8th and 9th at a cost of $85.
I'll make the motion.
Adrian made the motion,
I'll second.
seconded by Christie. All in favor?
Aye.
Authorize the town council to offer a letter of support for the Hogansburg Housing Development Fund Company to assist the Mohawk Indian Housing Corporation to rehabilitate the Mohawk River Village Apartments at 49 County Route 45. They would just like our letter of support.
I'll make the motion.
Adrian made the motion,
Second.
seconded by Pat. All in favor?
Aye.
Authorize the town council to advertise for a new town of Massena Highway Department motor equipment operator. The new employee must, of course, pass the drug and alcohol test for the town of Massena employee handbook policy.
Motion.
Okay, Christie made a motion,
No second it.
seconded by Adrian. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Approve the town council for the supervisor to sign this grant agreement to replace 2012 chassis plow blades material spreader.
Motion.
Motion made by Pat,
I'll second it.
seconded by Adrian. All in favor?
Aye.
Approve the town council authorize the supervisor to sign the contract documents with AT Central New York to replace the snow removal equipment truck, plow blade, and material spreader.
Motion.
Pat made the motion,
I'll second it.
Adrian seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Approve for the town council for the supervisor to sign a lump sum consultant agreement with CMS Companies for the design of the fence installation and improvements project.
Motion.
Pat made the motion,
Second.
seconded by Christie, all in favor?
Aye.
Approve of the town council for the supervisor to sign the grant agreement for the fence installation and improvements design.
Motion.
Pat made the motion,
I'll second it.
seconded by Adrian. All in favor?
Aye.
Approve the town council to authorize the supervisor to sign change order number 1 and final for the sand storage building electrical contract.
Motion.
That's
I'll
it.
second it.
Pat made the motion, seconded by Adrian. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Approve from the town council for the supervisor to sign the advertising agreement with the MLFLW for the Major League Fishing Calendar 2026.
I'll make the motion.
Adrian made the motion,
I'll second.
seconded by Christie, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Approve the town council for the supervisor to sign the host agreement with the MLFLW Phoenix Bass Fishing League Northeast Division 2 on July 11th next year.
I'll make the motion.
Adrian made the motion,
I'll second.
seconded by Christie, all in favor?
Aye.
Approve the town council for the supervisor to sign the host agreement with the MLFLW Toyota Series Northern Division 2, July 30th to August 1st next year.
Motion.
Pat made the motion,
I'll second.
seconded by Adrian, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Approve the town council to adopt the final order establishing district for the town Massena Border Water District.
Motion.
Pat made the motion, Christie
Christie
seconded,
made the motion.
right? So Pat and then Christie, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And then we have a new one. Approve it for the town council for the supervisor to sign the grant agreement for the rehabilitate terminal access road construction. And motions for,
Motion.
Pat made a motion,
I'll second it.
Adrian, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so that's for those. Okay. At this time, Matt, did you want to say anything about the water? While you're here?
I just wanted to provide just a brief update on where we stand on both the South Racket Water District and the
Okay.
Border Water District. And I'll be brief. On the South Racket Water District, all mainline easements are complete. We just have a few forms to submit to USDA Rural Development so that they can give us the green light to go to bid. All other permits and funding is in place and ready to go. And then the next task to work on in the meantime is the service lateral easements. There's no specific deadline with those, other than we want to get those signed and in place ahead of the contractor's progression of work. So we're not holding them up with the construction of the service laterals.
So we need to get on those right away, or?
We should really get those going, yeah.
So how do we do that?
We just need the form of easement, and then what we'll do to try to expedite those is we'll hold an easement signing session, or maybe even a couple of them, where we'll send letters out to all the property owners in the district and say that we'll be here, you know, Tuesday night from 5 to 8 and Saturday from 9 a.m. till noon. Come on in, sign your easement, or show us where you want your water line moved. But we've met with almost every single one of these homeowners already, and have already laid out the service lateral to their home with them,
Okay.
with them guiding us, well, don't put it here, my septic's there, and don't put it here, my dog fence is here. So we've got those pretty squared away, so it should be a pretty quick process. But we'll just need to get that form of easement we'll work with Eric on that, fill them all out for all the property owners, and then we'll do that mass mailing with a couple sessions to try to get as many as we can during those
Right.
first couple sessions.
So again, once you know the dates, you want to contact
right. Yep.
All right.
So that's where we stand on South Racket. We might be running short of construction season once we get it out to bid this fall. So there's a chance that you may not see activity on it until spring, but we won't know that till we get a contractor on board and they tell us what their schedule and availability is. On the border water district, you've completed the next step on that already with tonight's resolution, with a final order establishing the district. Next step is to pass a bond resolution. Brenda's gonna work with your bond counsel to get that prepared for next Wednesday. Once that's complete, you can take your bond anticipation note, which is borrowing money from the bank to cover you until the funding kicks in.
Matt, what do you anticipate in terms of the funding for short-term for construction? Are you thinking bands through the entire?
For the border district?
Yeah.
I mean, knowing that it'd take us close to a year and a half to close on financing for the South Racket, you know, we'll probably look 12 to 18 months out and see what the needs will be for the border water district within that period of time, knowing, you know, we'll lay out the schedule of design and easements and bidding and look at what the cash flow needs are for those steps, and then talk about perhaps, you know, what we need for a band to get us at least through the 12-month mark. And then at that time, we could look at it and see if it just needs to be renewed or if we would have the funding by then to pay it off.
I just didn't know if any of the funding agencies will, you know, because a huge portion of it is grant funding, right? And I'm just curious, are they gonna require the whole project to be complete before they'll do reimbursements of the grant? Like how will that, is EFC providing any interim?
Yeah, we would use their short-term financing, same as we are for the South Racket. You know, and that's 0%, so, on the South Racket. I don't think we'll get 0% for the border, just a little difference in their funding package, but, you know, the interest is all grant help or, yeah, it's built into the project cost. Yep.
Anything else?
Any questions for me?
Any questions for Matt while he's here? Now's the time, guys. Okay.
So we'll keep those moving along.
Yes, yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, back to our transfers and amendments. These motions. Who signed today?
Christina.
Right, so, Christie made a motion,
I'll second.
and Pat seconded, and all in favor?
Aye.
So now the warrants,
I'll make the motion.
Pat makes the motion,
I'll second it.
and Christie seconds, and all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now we go to Brenda.
So Rick, today, in December 2025, our collected revenue so far is $6,125,408. Back in 2024 in September, we collected $5,115,291. So our 2025 revenue is $1,010,117 more than September of '24. Our expenses as of today for 2025 September is $5,725,111. In September of '24, our expenses were $4,991,869. So our 2025 expenses are $733,242 more than September of '24.
That's clear. All right, thank you very much. Reports, please. Airport and highway, Dylan?
For the highway department, we mowed cemeteries one time. We started road work, on the North Racket. Suco reclaimed the 1.5 miles, and we are, hot paving on Monday and Tuesday with St. Lawrence County to put the top coat on North Racket. We've started our sand haul, for equipment repairs at the highway garage. We've been lucky this month, and all we have worked on is Unit 33 had some electrical repairs for the lighting system. the airport, the peak air numbers for August was 574 emplaned, 575 deplaned, for 1,149 total, which is, I said it last month and it's more this month, that is the best numbers I've ever seen. They had 186 landings and 0 canceled flights due to weather. They've completed and filled the new sand storage building. They're getting ready for the terminal roof rehab project. They are continuing mowing. They have finished brush hogging the fields for the second time. We have started servicing all of our fuel trucks and fuel tanks. For the library, we are still working on replacing the 3 broken windows. The museum has no new issues. In the town hall, we have completed the new security updates.
Not totally.
They are not totally complete.
No.
The panic buttons are not done.
The panic buttons are done, but that one room is not completely done.
Okay.
The door's not done,
I knew the door, we were waiting on the strike plate. Other than that,
so that's basically,
Yep.
that's that.
yep, it's one strike plate for the door.
Okay.
That should be very, very quick fix.
And then that, they have to also educate the person in that room,
Yes.
so we'll wait for that too.
Yep.
Okay. And as far as the highway paving next week, so people should try to avoid what section of that road next week?
The North Racket from Bailey Road to O'Neill, will be starting about 6:30 in the morning
Okay.
until 3:30 in the afternoon. If you can avoid that section of road, it would be much appreciated.
Yeah,
If not, there is a good possibility there will be longer wait times.
great. I was out there a couple weeks ago on the other project.
When Suco was out there,
Yeah,
yes.
it was a 20-minute wait,
And
for sure.
depending where we are, if we're moving,
Yeah.
there can be some longer wait times.
Yeah. Okay, good. Alrighty, joint recreation, please.
Joint rec met on September 9th at 3 o'clock. They have a new hire and he seems to be doing well with Jason Goulden. They had a street hockey camp they were gonna start up, but they didn't have much participation, so they decided to scrap that. That time they're gonna try to do it again next year at a different time of the year. This past Saturday, they had a free golf, frisbee golf they call it, out at the beach. It was from 10 to 2, I don't know how the event went, but it was free. They're gonna see youth football, they talked about, the concession stand that they have there. They decided not to open up the concession stand because they break even or made a little bit, didn't break even, but it was not to the good. So they decided not to open it up this year due to, there's no sense in it basically if you're gonna break even. They reinstalled the compressor, that they had taken down, had it redone, it was sent out. They do that every 8 years, they do the compressors. The amount, I don't remember the dollar amount, but it was more than I would have wanted to pay. The train and toy show starting September 20th and 21st. Friday is gonna be 10 to 5, and then the Saturday is gonna be 10 to 4. It's the 16th annual, and kids, 12 and under are free. And that's about it. Everything seems in good working order, all their finances are in good order, and the next meeting is gonna be October 14th at 3 o'clock.
Anything else with that? Yes, sir? No? Okay. All right, thank you. Town library liaisons first.
Yes, we met on September 9th, 4:15. Followed through with all of the regular normal business, the program reports, the usage reports, the visit reports. All was very, very busy. One of the interesting things that did come up was there was a break-in at the library. And that's, the software is so old, I'm told, it took them all day long to try to get the pictures to get down to who actually broke in. I don't know if they ever finished that or not.
Investigation is ongoing.
So it's ongoing to see who actually broke in. Nothing was stolen, but the window was broken, people got in, and there's a couple other things that got broken. They're having a fall fundraiser, I'm sure you can talk about the fall fundraiser coming up, and transfers and amendments as usual were all approved. Policy, personnel committee, they're gonna have director evaluation and board evaluations coming up in another couple of weeks, I think, right?
November.
November, that's another couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And then we have the director's report, grant update on grants and stuff. We always enjoy listening to Where's Krista, because she's always in place. And donations. Someone looked at the computers in the library and generously made a donation to replace all the computers.
That's marvelous.
That's
Wow.
really, really good thing for that. So some community members has needed it, and that got done. So,
I'm sure you already sent a thank you note to that person?
Anonymous. I can't.
Anonymous?
Anonymous.
No check?
Nope, they talked directly with Northern Computers, and he said they do not want to be named.
Wow.
Yeah.
You could do a letter to the editor.
Oh, I'm gonna take pictures when they come in, I'm gonna put it everywhere, thank our secret admirer, and,
Right, sure.
yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's wonderful.
Yes, it is.
Jeez.
and that's what I'll report, and I know you'll get more.
Oh, yeah, Krista is next. Krista?
All right, so, I had so much fun last month plugging all of our monthly statistics into the value calculator, so I just want to give you some fun numbers. And I'm not a math person, so I don't usually find numbers fun, but here we go. The total value of the community's use of the library for just the month of August was $86,704. So that's plugging in the various statistics. For example, a total of 1,890 adult books borrowed, 190 young adult books borrowed, 1,273 children's books borrowed, 521 ebooks downloaded, 596 movies borrowed, 563 adults attended programs, 145 teens attended programs, 584 children attended programs, 333 computer usages, and meeting room use, 17 uses of our meeting room. So with all those statistics and a few more put together and calculated in their monetary value, the community benefited to the tune of $86,704 by utilizing their public library. And I think that's just amazing. I'm really having fun being able to bring those numbers to you, as much as I hate numbers. So I really loved being able to share that with you. Some noteworthy program attendances that happened in the month of August. I told you at the August meeting that the Bubble Show was going to be pretty fantastic. It was. 150 people attended the Bubble Show. Tiny Art Show, 74 people, 74 children participated. And if you've never seen the Tiny Art Show, I think you saw it, Sue, because you came in for the regular art show and saw the little table. You come in and you sign up for the Tiny Art Show, and your child gets a little bag with either clay and paint to create a sculpture, or a tiny little canvas and easel and paint to create a painting, and then it gets displayed in the library. And like I said, 74 kids participated in that, and they did some amazing artwork. It was just adorable. 170 children participated in the reading log program. They read and returned reading logs for prizes throughout the summer. That's amazing. Any of the teachers here know about the summer slide, and that's what the summer reading program is all about, is stopping that summer slide. It's getting the kids to continue learning and reading and experiencing while they're out of school so that they stay sharp when they get back to school. So 170 kids experienced that, 31 teens. I know that number doesn't really compare to the kids, but think about the fact that 31 teens in Massena, rather than being out on the street or causing trouble or anything else, were reading books and coming to the library for little prizes. I find that amazing. And I've always found that amazing with teens participating in the library. There is just no better place to explore yourself as a teenager than the library. So I also wanted to kind of highlight, because this one doesn't get talked about a lot, we have an open sewing lab every Wednesday morning. We have several sewing machines that you can use right in the library. There's a group of ladies that come in and use them, and they will help you with any sewing projects you want to bring in and work on. They were 14 strong this month. 14 people came in and utilized that service for the library. It's not actually a program. It's just a time when you are free to come in. You don't have to sign up, and just sit down at a sewing machine and do whatever work, repairs, projects you want to do. Upcoming programs, boy, do I have a lot. All right, so we've got our regulars, the Family Story Time, which is every Thursday in the children's room at 10 a.m. There is a candy sushi program for teens. Teens love this program. It is, I mean, historically proven to be a very popular program. I find it disgusting. Because they do things like use fruit roll-ups and Rice Krispie treats to make little sushi-looking things, and I don't know, man. It doesn't appeal to me, but teens love it. So we've got that on the 19th. Babies Music and Movement is every Monday in the children's room at 10. If we're closed for the holiday on a Monday, it's on the following Tuesday. That's for ages 2 and under, and that's a really great program too, because it's really about getting young children, babies, moving around and singing and dancing and hearing a story, and it is so healthy to their development. It's a wonderful program. We have our End of Life series continuing, Planning Your Funeral with, okay, I'm not going to butcher his name, with Jamie